Alright, so gonna really quick do a good little update video for you guys. So as you guys know, I don't know how many people have seen the post, but I'm looking for an employee or two. We're gonna be starting off part-time. So basically, I've had this thing in my head where I really want to move, and I wanted to move this year, but I'm thinking it might end up being next year. So the plan was to move to like northern Florida, like I don't know, Jacksonville or somewhere up there, right? And unfortunately for me, to keep my business going that's up here, I have to unfortunately find somebody to either run it or find, at least at the bare minimal, get an employee in there or two to handle the workload that I do have now. So unfortunately, I can't work at a business halfway across the country, let's just put it that way. So that's gonna be the first thing. My workload lately has been, pretty decent. I mean, I feel like the business is making very, very good money for the little amount of work that I'm physically doing. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't go, that you guys really don't see in the background. For you guys wondering, one of the goals that I am going to be having is I'd like to get a car at some point, and now I have two motorcycles. So I just bought an 03 Gixxer 600, and I have the 04 Gixxer 600. So now I have two older motorcycles, and that's just where I'm at. And obviously we still have the Dakota and this. So the plan is to park this hopefully soon. Would realistically be the goal. I want to get this thing parked and cleaned out so it's just a pickup truck, and maybe two mounts for motorcycles in the back, and maybe get an enclosed trailer down the road. But I feel like we can swing it, getting at least a part-time employee for now, and then we're going to move it up to a full-time. I was looking for a welder today. I think we already got that position filled. For you guys that saw the post and whatnot, I did throw an update on that. But it is Tuesday now. We're going tomorrow. I have a job I gotta do a clutch on an 06 Ram 3500. You guys have seen that truck before. And today, I actually don't know what I'm headed to go do right now. I think we're going to prime a generator or something like that. I have no idea. So I just figured, hey, show up. You know what? It is what it is. I have no idea what we're doing, but we're going to try it out. I guess he's 20 minutes away. So that's what we're heading to do now. I don't think I'm going to film any of it, but we are, like I was saying, we are headed up to the yard now to go do some work. I don't advertise for this, but found the problem. So they're 9mm. I got it a lot tighter, and also there was a massive nest inside there. You can see all of that. So hopefully that works, and we'll give it a try, and hopefully it doesn't make noises. I heard the generator fire up. That means we did good on that one. Got the generator bled out and fired up. Hopefully this stops making the noises that it does. I'd like to get the back two bolts, but I can't. I don't have a 9mm wrench, and that does not fit back in there. All that. Wasps. Look at all the shit that just blew out. Hell yeah. That's a lot quieter. Yeah, look, that's a big chunk that was in there. She's quiet. I'm gonna put the lid back on and call it a day. See all the bullshit? Gonna try not to fall. There we go. From diesel mechanic to RV mechanic. Now I'm gonna hop down here, and for the last time, this is like the 6th time I've climbed up here because I couldn't get the right tool the first time. Got her fired up. I don't know anything about them, but I got the air out. All right, there she goes. All right, so we're picking up Bertha now. Just rode this here. Guys, if y'all wanted to see Otis, coming apart pretty good. I got the frame sold, so I'm just waiting on that. I got to start pulling some other panels and whatnot. I've just been busy. But I forgot to tell you guys yesterday, if you are ever priming a mechanical diesel, the biggest mistake I see guys do is when they change a fuel filter, is what they'll do is they'll crack the injection lines and they'll try to start it and, you know, crank it until fuel comes out. That does not work, as well as when you take a fuel filter off, what you like to do, crack it just enough so that there's room in there, prime the system, whether it's an electronic pump or it's a mechanical pump. If you have to sit there and push on a little nozzle, prime it until there is enough fuel coming out that it's a constant stream, tighten the fuel filter up, crank it, and be done with it. It's literally that simple. In 5 or 6 years, because 5 years ago I had I had a 24 valve that I was always told you had to do that with, and we were going through filters like crazy on that truck because it had algae in the tank, so we were dealing with that issue. So we were changing filters daily, like literally every other day. Best thing you can do, unscrew the filter, prime the system, wait till fuel's coming out, screw it in, make sure a lot of fuel's coming out there, not just a little bit. Make sure that thing is overflowing, tighten it back up, fire it up. It'll take probably about 10 seconds and it fires right up if there's no other issues. The only thing is you want to make sure, don't pre-fill the fuel filter, because that's just introducing unfiltered fuel. What you need to do is actually let the system prime it itself, and you'll never have an issue with that. So coming from experience, I've done so many of them. Same thing with that generator yesterday. Crack the lines, doesn't want to start. Crack the fuel filter housing, prime it up, fires right up. So now we're gonna go pick up the trailer and tow a truck today. I'm gonna film this one, but this one is, I will do the work in another video. We're just gonna do the tow video today. All right, we got the trailer. We are all hooked up. We are ready to go. Got the cover off the winch. We will not be able to use the winch, so hopefully the clutch is just good enough on this truck. So we're about... All right, you guys probably remember this one. So I got the truck pulled over here. I'm gonna get the ramps down, get this pulled forward. I gotta put the batteries back in it. And then this one is, I believe, a G56, two-wheel drive. So we're gonna get it pulled up and over. Unfortunately, I gotta pull the covers off to get it to fit. Blur that out, but yeah, let's get her pulled up and on. All right, batteries installed. I'm gonna get these, I'll put these nicely in here once we do get back tomorrow. But now you can pull those off and then get it up on the trailer. All right, last one coming off. All right, yeah, those things are not fun, and there's 20 of them to do. There you go. I like to set them all on top of each other inside. Oh, that way they're nice and organized. But these, this will not clear the trailer by itself, but with those on there, they will definitely not clear the trailer. So admittedly, this would be better with a winch, but you guys can see if I were to, you know, put it level, it would ride right on the top of these. Now we are working on getting these replaced, but I'm gonna use a big block. Unfortunately, I only have one, but I do have a jack. So we're gonna get both sides kind of like elevated a little bit. So this side will sit on here, and then we'll probably just run the jack on the other side. All we need to do pretty much is get this up and over. I will worry about probably unloading it tomorrow and getting it in the shop. But that's where we're at right now. All right, well, there was wood. So we have wood now, so all I gotta do pretty much is just drive it up over. I'm not even worried about it at this point. The clutch grabs at the very top, so we'll see what clutch is in it. Has just enough movement to get us going. Alright, truck is up. It wasn't actually that bad. It's just getting over the hump right here. So I had to use a come along to kind of help it, because I went to use it and there's enough clutch left that it kind of kicked to the side. But we do have the entire tire on, so it's fine. It's not going anywhere. I'm gonna push these mirrors in, throw some straps on it, get back to the shop, and then this will be it for the day. All right, there you go. She is all said and done, all strapped. Make sure I have the e-brake. Oh, I locked it by accident. Make sure I have the e-brake pushed down. Not sure if it works. It's in first gear, not that it matters, because clutch slips, but there you go. Let's get this thing back. For you hotshot guys, don't do this. Don't ever do this. It's not a far trip for me, but for you guys traveling cross country, always strap below the suspension. Fun fact, the trans temp gauge does not go over 275. I have officially maxed out the trans temp gauge. It was good until I got over the mountain. Once you hit the mountain, absolutely not. That shit shot. There we go. Now it's coming back down. Yeah, that shot. Oh, that went from like 240, 235 to 275. It's fine though. We got another trans coming. Well, she made it. Like I said, I'm gonna get this off tomorrow. I'm just gonna put some blocks on the under the tires. Gotta figure out if I have any. Which I should actually. That's not a bad spot. I think I have one in the back of the truck. So I'll throw those down and then drop it, call it. All right, there you go. She is off completely. I'll put 2 chalks down below. So I will see you guys next video. We're gonna get a clutch and some other things in that, but there you go. I'm heading out. Gonna go grab the bike, head to the gym, and then after that, go eat some dinner. If you guys need any diesel repair work in the central Pennsylvania location area, anywhere near there, let me know. cpstevemiller.com. We are still doing mobile stuff. We are the goal is to pull away from the mobile stuff down the road, but we are still doing it as of now. And I am 100% working on a location right now. So hopefully we are in a shop, if not by the end of the month, end of next month.